Uganda has got one of the highest urbanization rates in the world. The Greater Kampala Metropolitan Area takes slightly over 50% of the national urban population.
Government is constructing Busega and PG Express Highway. It will go through this area. That puts us at the hotspot for development. This place is going to be about 15 minutes from Kampala. The area is still green, but we are seeing a lot of land transactions taking place within that area.
People are constructing very close to the road now. There is no drainage system that is appropriate to take off the runoff. So it has become a very, very big challenge.
In Kira, the low-income and informal sectors live in the cracks between better planned estates and plots. By inclusive and people-centered planning and working with the developers, nice areas for low-cost housing could be created.
When we look at infrastructure, considering the cycling lane, pedestrian walkway, we have not managed to achieve this to 100% due to the land tenure system that we have. Urbanization rate in PG is still less than here, so they can acquire more land to implement more projects there than we could be here in Chirab.
Urbanization directly destroys the climate. Now we have to think of various mitigation measures to protect the country from the adverse effects of climate. Climate Smart Urban Development Initiative will provide an opportunity for us to protect our environment, not only in Mpigi, but also in the country at large.
CSUDI urban design approach in Kampala has been both really fun and really unique, because we've looked at the urban design, and that led us to, within the design, understanding where sort of green fingers should be developed within the urban framework. And that in turn led to how we incorporated sufficient human mobility pathways and routes and leisure areas. So essentially it's all combined, the framework of the urban design.
Any city that would like to be smart should be people friendly. The more compact, health facilities close to homes, close to education facilities close to each other. That's the future of places. So a city or an entity that one would like to see climate smart has to facilitate more of greening, more of walkways, more of cycling lanes. It should have a good public transport system going through.
The land ownership is an extremely important part of this. The developers, they are very important because they're the ones who come and actually do the building. There's the government, how things are regulated. All those partners and the communities living in these places, all of that needs to be thought about, and those people need to be talked with to find out how is it happening now and how could we do it better in the future.
Enteekateeka eyo nagisanyukira nnyo era njagala nnyo, era nze omu kubatema empendo okulaba nga tuperereza bannannyini ttaka, okulaba nga tufunira ekifo ekyo awasobola okuzimbwa ekibuga ekirungi ddala ate nga kya mulembe.
Ekitongole kino ekyagala okuzimba Smart City tusobola okiyambako okukwanyaganya abantu bannannyini ttaka ne ba-investor abazze okuzimba ekibuga. Tusobole okuyambibwa ne kampani eno egenda okuzimba Smart City okwanguyibwako obutakalubirizibwa mu batuuze kuba bo tebabamanyi.
The community is receptive. The leadership of Mpigi is cooperative. It provides an opportunity for us to plan, to provide it with a better future, because what we are doing here will be replicated in other places.
We need to work within the pattern of farming in the landscape, because that's where the drainage channels are in the field boundaries. The trees and the green space is very, very important, and that is about taking care of the landscape and the structure which has been worked with by these farmers for many generations.
Majority of the people or the community around it depend on agriculture. The project should help us to have factories with better technology of production that does not emit, that can control the pollution, and also purification of that area.
A big proportion of the waste generated, solid waste generated, is organic waste. That is where electricity can be generated. But there is also a potential to package this biogas, and it is used for cooking because of the high dependence on charcoal and firewood.
The aspect of climate change must be always at the back and the fore of the physical plan or the urban plan. So we'd look at a green city whereby we have energy saving mechanisms, use of solar energy.
We don't have a good garbage management system within that area. So we are likely to have food that is produced for consumption that has pollutants in it. And actually even the water spring, there is a water spring that serves the community around. It is being affected by the pollution within the area.
We're encouraging reuse of the waste instead of end-of-pipe solutions, which just look at treating and disposing. So we're looking at a complete cycle for the water and sanitation in these urban areas.
On the buildings, that each plot should have a percentage of the landscape that is kept green to increase infiltration on that slope. Then in the valleys is to maintain the wetlands so that they can be able to absorb this water, and also put in place green corridors or green landscapes where you increase infiltration.
So in city planning, if you would like to have improved accessibility and sustainable business, you need to handle water management very well and preserve the water catchment areas. So we have a lot of things to look at, and in our approach usually we encourage that the social aspects are taken into consideration, environmental, governance, but also the spatial aspects of design, the real designs.
By the green city coming in, we are going to be in a better place with a healthy body, with a healthy climate, with a healthy ecosystem, with good roads, with good industries, with good environment of air. I don't think we shall remain the same.